Welcome to Hunter x Hunter Theory. A post by a self-proclaimed Togashi's former assistant exposing Nen user rankings and hidden backstory has made headlines before. This was posted on the Japanese BBS2 chains, like Reddit. The truth is unknown, but it was interesting and we would like to share it with you. Is it the same compared to your idea of Nen user ranking? Please enjoy to the end. 1. Hisoka is SSS. These are the rankings I got from off-the-record interviews and conversations with Mr. Togashi. Many users think that ants are strong, but since this is a Nen battle, it is not just about Nen strength, but also about intelligence and strategy. The strength of Nen combat requires knowledge, experience, and sense, so ants that focus on power and speed are weak. I can answer any questions you may have.
Adult Gon could kill Hisoka, right?
That was just enhanced power. He cannot defeat Hisoka, who is superior in his power of Nen and his knowledge of In and Shu.
Seriously, Hisoka is amazing.
He said it was a mistake to draw Adult Gon and ants to be overrated. Hisoka and Arumi alone can defeat kings and the royal guards.
What about Jing's ability?
Like Hisoka, Jing has more than one ability. What appears in the work is a feigned ability.
You mean you talked to Togashi after Adult Gon came on the scene?
It was around the time of the chairman election arc. I'm talking about up to comic book. I don't know about the Dark Continent arc.
Is there any confidentiality in your work? For example, isn't it a violation to make a thread like this?
There are more dangerous information and so on. This level of information is okay. I just want to let the netizens know that ants and Adult Gon not be so strong.
That was just enhanced power, but wouldn't that defeat Hisoka, who never fights dangerous opponents?
Hisoka's strength is the strongest in the works. Bungee Gum and Texture Surprise are not his only abilities, and he can defeat Meruem with ease. His hidden ability is related to the design of the playing cards.
I can't imagine Togashi talking to his assistant about the strength of his characters.
He talks about a lot more than you might think.
A prank by Hisoka lovers. Upload your paycheck if you're so frustrated.
I'm surprised at how underrated Hisoka is. Even Mr. Togashi reflected that he should have added a description of Hisoka playing and defeating the squadron leaders class.
How many volumes will it last?
I heard the Dark Continent arc will last the longest.
I haven't read any of the books since they stopped publication, but is Hisoka really that strong?
He is and always has been the strongest in the work.
Kurapika and Netero are supposed to be stronger.
Netero in his prime is stronger than Hisoka. But old Netero is weak. Kurapika has too little fighting experience since he learned Nen.
Lol about Subone. Why is she stronger than Silva and Zeno?
Zeno was SSS class in his prime. But he has aged. Subone is still stronger than Silva. Silva will be stronger in 5 or 10 years.
Subone certainly seems like a strong character, but stronger than Netero and Silva is laughable.
First of all, Netero is less than half of what he was in his prime. In Netero's prime, he would have been SSS. Silva is still developing. It was Subone who taught Silva how to fight. They are like Gon and Biscuit.
What about Prime Netero? If Meruem was in his prime, how strong would he be?
In Netero's prime, he was the strongest of Nen user, so he was a little above Hisoka in the SSS. If Meruem learns to fight and absorbs various Nen users, he will be on par with Prime Netero.
Why did he expand the story to the Dark Continent arc?
Because Hunter x Hunter makes a lot of money from book sales, so it's more beneficial to continue.
When was Netero's prime in the first place? Is Lynette as strong as it is?
More than 50 years ago. She is the strongest in the work.
Tell me how strong Periston, Cheadle, Ox and Monkey are.
They're still developing. Of course, they all have A class.
Did you ever meet his wife?
She used to come to the studio all the time. She's very friendly, and she used to bake cookies for us.
It's funny to imagine Subone transforming and running over Netero.
The abilities that appear in the work are sub-abilities. Some of them are suitable for combat. Biscuit also has an ability for combat.
Subone's ability is Rider's High, right? It can't move by herself, right? So she is SS with only basic Nen ability.
She has other hidden abilities besides that one. She used it long before Silva was born, so everyone after Silva's generation thinks Subone's ability is only Rider's High.
Urumi is stronger than Silva. I was surprised.
Silva is not stronger just because he is a father. When he was a little boy, he was taught by Subone, and his growth rate was below par.
What about Kirua, Gon, Kurapika, Leorio, Wing, and Zushi in their prime?
Prime Kirua, 35 years old, is S. Prime Gon, 31, is SSS. Prime Kurapika, 27, is S. Prime Leorio, 45, is A. Prime Wing, 52, is SS. Prime Zushi, 36, is A.
Every time I think about it, it's funny apart Urumi and Hisoka's abilities are. Urumi wouldn't say, "I'll kill you," if Hisoka was stronger than he, and he wouldn't cooperate with someone weaker than he. I don't trust you because I consider Urumi and Hisoka's abilities apart.
Urumi doesn't know about Hisoka's third and fourth abilities. It's said in the book, strong people are good at hiding their strength.
No, you can only talk about what is revealed in the book. Otherwise, this is my ranking of the strongest.
No, it's a character ranking based on the image I got from talking with Mr. Tagashi. Please read it carefully.
Are there any Jing battle scenes ahead?
Yes, there will be. And it's going to be very exciting.
What is Wing's ability?
It is a supplementary ability that doubles the Nen ability of others, including animals.
Wing is enhancement.
By the way, Tagashi had 5 assistants, but I believe they got away and weren't gone. Does he have an assistant now?
It's the ability to enhance someone else's Nen. It's not manipulation, it's enhancement.
Silva was a failure? That's why his wife does whatever she wants, I cry.
Silva's genetic component is strong in Miliki. Why do inferior genes like Miliki appear or Urumi and Mother do whatever they want? It is because Silva is not good.
SSSS Gorinu.
Gorenu's ability is great and he's a wonderful Nen user. He's still developing, but in his prime, he's A or better.
Silva may not be a failure, but compared to Urumi and Kirua, he's mediocre.
That's what I mean. 2. Genthru not even named.
Sesgara is saying, even without my injuries and lack of practice, we'd be no Matsun.
That's the answer that Sesgara and his group, Nen Ability and Genthru group, gave in the game, based on the assumption that they are going to kill each other. Genthru chose Nen only for the purpose of killing. Sesgara's group is mainly for auxiliary abilities such as tracking.
Genthru's name has not even been mentioned so far.
Unfortunately, Genthru is weak. Countdown has to be used by 3 people, which is not strong, and it's about the same as Castro, C or D.
How about Hanzo? He would certainly be stronger than Gon and Kirua.
Hanzo has a great sense. And Mr. Tagashi mentioned him as the only character he likes. At this point, he is not sure which Nen to choose, still looking for one, so Hanzo is D or lower. Hanzo in his prime would be more than Kirua and less than Gon SS.
Who is Mr. Wing, who is stronger than Kirua, the most talented of the Zoldyck family?
Biscuit is strong.
Biscuit is sure to be named a triple star hunter in the future for her efforts in bringing up Gon and Kirua. She has refused to join Zodiac 12 with special treatment in the past, and she is most deserving of being the next generation of chairman.
So, even in the York New City scene, Silva, that's a radius of 100 meters. Can you handle it, Dad? And Zeno, are you kidding? I could do 300 meters easy. Don't put me with you. Was it like that?
That's what I meant.
Somehow that's different from the other rankings. I think the Subone treatment was new.
Subone is a great teacher of the Zoldyck family butlers and a mentor to Silva. She is also a good friend of Zeno, and you will be surprised to hear how she got into the Zoldyck family. There's a reason she's not like the other butlers.
This rank is real. I'm shocked because I thought Benolanov was one of the best in the troop.
The reason why Wing is raising Zushi is because Zushi has the ability to manipulate and Wing has the ability to enhance other people's abilities. So if Wing assists Zushi's manipulation ability, it will be the best combination. I heard this from Mr. Togashi himself.
By the way, what level is Maha? And beyond?
I heard that Beyond is a failure. From what I've heard, the character is scheduled to die easily. I haven't heard how strong Maha Zoldyck is either.
What do you think about Hunter x Hunter's latest tentative rank in the strength discussion thread?
I showed this to Mr. Togashi and he laughed so hard. It's exactly full of funny points.
I like that you don't deify Netero.
He was great in his prime. But now, like Zeno, he's aging.
Well, Beyond looked weak, and rightly so. Zodiac 12's traitor was just as I'd imagined, and Togashi is so honest these days. What about the other troop members?
Troop is divided into combatants and non-combatants. Combatants are Class A, non-combatants are B to C, and intelligence gatherers are C.
Biscuit and Morel's overvaluation is unusual.
Biscuit is strong. In the work, it's hard to tell how strong she is. Morel is Sea Hunter, so it's hard to rank him. His smoke ability and lung capacity give him a tremendous advantage in battle.
I like it better than the strange rankings that put Morel and Kirua above Troop.
Kirua is very inexperienced in combat and is still a child. Kirua will get stronger in the future 10-20 years from now.
We knew Hisoka would be the final boss. Hisoka, Urumi and Chrollo are probably the strongest. The Royal Guards are overrated, let alone Meruem. There is no way they can beat Hisoka, who is a genius in combat. He will be easily defeated by Hisoka.
That's why I made this thread. Why is Hisoka being ridiculed? Is there any description that ants are superior in battle other than their strength and size? Combat is not determined by Nen's strength alone. The idea that fighting skill equals Nen's strength or physical hardness is wrong. Compared to Kurapika's Judgment Chain, for example, which is a strategy to kill or manipulate opponents by forcing them to kill, strength is 0. Hisoka is a professional in such strategies. Ants are children relying only on their power.
Maybe Jing is a manipulator.
I bet 10 billion Jenny that Jing does not determine his abilities.
He has all different Nen types because he finds it boring to have abilities that match his own Nen types. He trained too much to increase the level of his other Nen types, and he got too good at it, so he developed a new ability called Specialization. However, this ability is also difficult to use and is not suitable for practical use. It is an interesting ability.
That's why Kite also a strange ability.
If Hisoka had killed even one of the Royal Guards, he would have looked strong, but as it is now, he only fights against weak opponents.
Mr. Togashi also regretted that he should have had 4 Royal Guards appear and let Hisoka or Zoldyck family kill one of them easily. I agree. If I could redraw it, I definitely would. By the way, the reborn Kite is strong when it grows up as it is. Crazy Slots also took over.
Togashi likes Leorio, doesn't he?
He wants to make him someone who will do great things that will leave his name in the book, like JoJo's The Speedwagon Foundation. 3. Can Hisoka and Urumi defeat the king?
If Hisoka and Urumi were to seriously fight the king, there is no way they could win.
They can win, because Meruem only attacks with power and speed. He can't win against Hisoka and Arumi, who have everything: Nen, attack, defense, wisdom, intuition, and information.
What was Netero's inferiority to Arumi and Hisoka that made him lose to Meruem?
Netero had a decline due to aging. His overall strength has declined so much that he is below Hisoka and Arumi in everything. He also wanted to die a beautiful death by power and speed, rather than fighting smart. He wanted to commit suicide. Hanzo is emission. He acquires the ability to be worthy of a ninja. Enhancement and conjuration abilities are also at a high level.
Even though they only attack with power and speed, the ants are very hard because Netero's attacks are just a little bit painful.
It's 100 type Guanyin Bodhisattva, which is less than half of his prime. There's no way it can take damage. In his prime, he wins by 100 type Guanyin Bodhisattva zero hand.
Phantom Troop is probably overrated. It's impossible for Phantom Troop to have the same rating as Royal Guards.
Royal Guards is too highly rated by users. They're just too hard, they're just too large in Nen, but they can't win a battle.
Because they are a group that takes so long and even uses their abilities on ordinary soldiers.
Phaeton had to fight longer and take more damage due to the nature of his ability. Troop is a group that enjoys prolonging battles.
No, this is you overestimating Troop. A guy who can barely beat squadron leaders by struggling, taking damage, and performing tedious and restrictive moves can't be that strong.
Are you saying that Hisoka, who struggled with Castro, is weak, and Yuppie, who struggled with Shoot, is weak? No, right? Meruem is overrated because Netero deliberately fought too much head-on.
No. Netero's 99th hand did only a little damage to Meruem. So Hisoka could only do a little damage, no matter what Hisoka's tricks were. It's not like Hisoka can do great damage when he attacks. It is wrong to say that Hisoka is strong only by his head or sense.
If Kurapika sticks Judgment Chain into Meruem and breaks its heart, it can be defeated. Urumi or Shalnark can make an enemy commit suicide by sticking a needle in him. Netero's 100 type Guanyin Bodhisattva also has the ability to put an opponent to sleep or put him in a state of Zetsu. Hisoka's third and fourth abilities are similar to that. I am saying that there are many ways to kill with Nen, not only with power and speed.
That makes sense.
Netero only dared to fight according to the ants' dim-witted fighting style. Hisoka and Arumi don't fight that way. They just use Nen to kill them in a bad way.
Hisoka's so strong?
Hisoka's third and fourth abilities are based on playing card patterns. Queen, Jack, King, Ace, Joker, and numbers are also involved.
I don't think it matters if they are strong in a power versus power battle, because battles in this manga seem to be more about smarts than pure strength.
Are Hisoka and Arumi strong because they are cunning? Did Netero lose because he was fair and square?
In summary, yes. Calling them cunning is a bad word, but is Kurapika's Judgment Chain and ability to force Zetsu bad? Is manipulation bad, everyone? Is enhancement the only fair fight? That's what I'm trying to say. Netero dared to go head-to-head and lost.
You are so delusional.
Kite and Pito are not the same strength. Even if Kite had both arms, it wasn't a description that would infer that he was a winnable opponent.
As it says, Crazy Slots has a number when he really doesn't want to die. Kite also has a part that is not depicted in the work. One arm was definitely lost because of Gon Kirua. If it weren't for the two of them, he fought more than evenly. Pitu's highest praise for the one-handed Kite is, "That was so fun," and he is the only Pitu's favorite in the work, which suggests that the battle was a good one, if not an even one.
How can stick Meruem with Shalnark Needle?
He can stick it in his eye and he can still control it. But Shalnark can't beat Meruem because Shalnark is below D. Did I say Shalnark is strong?
Morel was strong, but more importantly, he was smart. Cheetah and Lion were dumb by all accounts, and he won more on wits than pure strength.
Morel is S-class at sea. He's just too strong to be a triple-star candidate as a sea hunter.
So the logic behind this ranking is that a gun-toting assassin is stronger than a physically fit fighter.
If we think in terms of the concept of Nen, then yes. But correction. An assassin who makes a plan and uses a weapon that is his opponent's weak point is stronger than a muscle-bound idiot who only trains his body. By the way, Kite was recruited by Troop before he met Jing. Netero and Biscuit are related by blood. They are only distant relatives.
I guess we will find out if this is true or false.
We know from the beginning that Hisoka is Togashi's favorite, so there is no way it will end like this. It will be interesting to see how he will rise to be the most powerful character again.
I shared a self-proclaimed Togashi's former assistant exposing Nen user rankings and hidden backstory. Personally, I was surprised and laughed at the strength of Subone and Wing. Please let us know your thoughts and opinions in the comments section. Thank you for watching the video till the end. To all Hunter x Hunter fans, let's continue to enjoy Hunter x Hunter together. I will continue to put up more videos, so please click the good button and subscribe to my channel. See you again in the next video. Ciao!